Welcome to the Strategic Briefing, where we cut through surface problems and uncover the moves that top CEOs use to scale with confidence. The goal here is to look beyond the illusion of productivity and get to the real leverage that drives your growth. Every firm hits a hidden ceiling around 50 employees. Now, most leaders think they'll see it when growth slows down. Unfortunately, few do. It's not their people, it's their design. The systems that worked when they had 10, 20, or 30 employees were never built for 50. And no amount of hustle, new hires, or late nights can hold it together forever. Now, top CEOs know this moment well. It's when the business stops responding to effort and starts demanding architecture. Contrary to some gurus, scaling doesn't just reward speed, it also rewards design. Now, there are three ceilings that show up right around 50 employees, and they quietly choke your growth until you rebuild around them. Let's look at each of them. Number one is the communication ceiling. When you're smaller, communication happens naturally. Everyone talks and everyone knows pretty much what's all going on. But once you pass 50, clarity starts leaking between layers. Directions shift, meetings increase, execution slows down. At that point, communication must stop being organic and start being engineered. You find that you need rhythm, structured meetings, clear reporting cadences, and consistent updates. Otherwise, every department starts speaking its own language and unable to communicate with each other. Number two is the decision ceiling. Here's where the real bottleneck is: approvals. When every decision still runs through the owner or a single senior leader, progress dies in the queue. It isn't about control, it's about confidence. If your managers aren't clear on what they can approve, they'll hesitate. And when they hesitate, everything stops moving. Now, you break this ceiling by defining authority levels and decision pathways, and ultimately by creating data visibility that earns trust. Because if decisions can't happen without you, growth can't happen beyond you. And number three, the systems ceiling. Most companies think they have systems, but if those systems aren't written down, measured, and repeatable, they're not systems. They're simply habits. And anything approaching 50 employees, the habits will break under weight. Every team starts doing it their own way, and consistency disappears. To scale past this point, your business needs a single operating system, something that ties workflows, KPIs, and accountability together. That's how you move from individual excellence to organizational performance. Scaling doesn't break businesses, fragile systems do. There's a clear sign you're up against a ceiling. You don't grow past it by hiring. You grow past it by upgrading the architecture your people work with. Now, if you're near that 50-person ceiling and growth feels heavy, perhaps you'd like to pinpoint the real friction and fix it before it costs you the scale you want. In that case, book your focus strategy session with me. The link's in the description. That wraps up this week's strategic briefing, the series built to help you see beyond surface problems and focus on the leverage that drives scalable growth. Remember, the structure that brought you here can't carry you forward. I'm Randy Bridges, and I'll see you next week for another strategic briefing. Until then, stay focused, stay consistent, and keep building a business that runs and scales by design.